Hello everyone. It's bloody windy, cold. I've had snow today. Let's take me out off. That's it, you can see my bald head coming. Right. Yeah, it's bloody windy. The car's going like that. I'm sitting just warming the engine up, and I thought I'll make a quick video. I was down at that how do I call it, supermarket that says what's the word, every little bit helps, yeah, you know the one. And I'm down at this RDC down where was it now, come on David, think. When you get that moment, you think to yourself, I know where I've been, I can't remember the damn name. Anyway, it's down south a bit. It'll come to me in a minute. And I've come to the conclusion that the supermarkets are liking these boat people coming across into the UK. And I'll tell you for why. Because they're employing all of them. I'm not kidding you. It's spot the British person in the supermarket. Every nationality, Tom, Dick or Harry, is working for them. And I think to myself, talk about cheap labour. I wonder what they're paying them in. Ribbles? Carrots? Apples and pears? Don't know. We do not know. But it's got to be cheap labour, isn't it, eh? And this is why the supermarkets are quite happy to employ all these foreigners. No wonder the country is inundated with absolutely every nationality under the sun, because all the businesses are thinking, great, cheap labour, make huge profits, don't have to pay their British workers, screw the British folk, F them. It's about right, isn't it, eh? Absolutely right. So you can see the way the country's going. And as a point of interest, I was listening to some news last night, and I thought to myself, well, that's interesting, but I'll make another video on that, and it should be pretty interesting. Let's just say the poo's gonna hit the fan. Yeah. But going back to these lovely supermarkets, you go to any of them, these RDCs, and you don't sit. Actually, tell a lie, I actually spoke to a manager today because I had a little bit of a complaint issue, and it was, well, it come across very English, and there I am in the waiting room, can't sit in your truck, and then I can't name them because there's so many different nationalities there. I'm not a racist person, I've got friends that are foreigners, but the point is the government, isn't it? And I know what I was going to say to you. Sakir Plonkastama, guess what his popularity rating is now? -61. I think to myself, he's the most hated, horrible, despicable Prime Minister the UK has ever had. I mean, we thought Margaret Thatcher was a super bitch, but he's a super bastard, isn't he? He's not only screwed the pensioners up, he's screwed the farmers up, and he's letting loads of boat people in, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. But what about us British people? Oh, screw you. That's basically it, isn't it? Eh? Sorry about this line going across the screen here. See if I can adjust it. Looks like I got it must be the light. Hang on, let's turn that off. Ta-da! Oh, that's better. I got not a shiny line going across the screen anymore. I've just got one up here now. See it? Yeah, never mind. Okay, carry on. But the point I'm trying to make is, yeah, supermarkets, all of them are using cheap foreign labour. And who wants to work for a supermarket that's paying cheap money but making extortionate amount of profits? This is the whole thing, isn't it? You got supermarkets saying, oh, we're struggling, we can't make profits. BS, I'm afraid, that's BS. So there's cheap labour, right, and huge profits, extortionate price of vegetables, where they're saying, oh, it's the farmers. Bullshit. It's more like, we're greedy, we want to make a maximum amount of profit out of you, anyone that shops with us. And they'll say, oh, we're cheaper than this one, well, we're cheaper than that one. All in the same boat. All in the same boat. But what do you think? Do you think because what happened in the first place, supermarkets done away with the high street shop owners. They've done away with the greengrocers, the butchers, cake companies, bakeries, sandwich shops, because everyone can buy at the supermarket cheap as chips. They can buy it cheap as chips because it's like these sandwich manufacturers. They employ foreign workers. Yeah? The farmers employ foreign workers. Okay. You pick a company. I'm not being prejudiced here. I'm just saying, you pick a company, you go to that company, and I bet you most of the workforce is foreign labour. The UK is inundated with foreign people. I must be like a needle in a haystack. I've got nothing against foreign people, but it just is the government for allowing them all in. Don't take this the wrong way, people. All I'm saying is, it's not your fault. You want to come here and work, which is fair enough. I don't have a problem with that. But where I do have a problem is where you take a British person's job and the companies pay you cheaper wages, where the British worker, because they've got houses, food, families and everything else to go with it. I'm not saying you don't, but in your own country, what you're earning here is an absolute fortune compared with what you used to earn in your country. I surmise that. I might not be right, but the whole point of what I'm trying to make here is, as long as these companies continue to conduct themselves in this way, we are going to have problems. The whole system is absolutely screwed up, and it's because our government let it happen by joining the common market, open border policies. And now what does Starmer want to do? He's powering up with China. Is this bloke got his bleeding head stuck up his arse or what? The Chinese are a foreign adversary, meaning to say they are willing to invade Taiwan and cause a rumpus. But not only that, I try not to buy anything from China. Why? Because I know what's coming, and they eat dogs in China, and I think that is despicable. Don't believe me? They hold a bleeding dog feast every year, and I think it's absolutely barbaric what these people do to these poor animals. If you're a pet lover, I tell you now, it's not nice, and that is one of the reasons I boycott Chinese goods. I do not buy them. I tell people not to buy them. First of all, you buy twice and then you think to yourself, I wish I bought something half decent in the first place. German's good product, But then again, Germany has the same problem. They've got loads of foreigners in, but do they operate the same process where they actually allow the German people, indigenous people, to have first bite at the cherry? This should be the same with this country. But in my next video, I'll tell you what I found out about HGV drivers in the industry. So stay tuned for the next video. Take care everyone. See you soon. Bye bye.